Buenos dias, my fellow Redditors. I welcome you to this new video from the Reddit Diaries. Today's topic is, what is your hometown's creepy urban legend? There is a legend that the Grey Man will appear on the beach before a hurricane, and that whoever he appears to will have their home spared. Pawleys Island, South Carolina. The Grey Man was actually a nickname for child killer, child molester and cannibal Albert Fish. In Wichita there is a bridge, Theorosas Bridge. There are a few versions of the story, but most of them tell that there once was a woman who had an illegitimate baby, and she threw the baby off the bridge into the water to be rid of it. Full of grief and regret, she then jumps in after the baby and drowns herself. Supposedly, if you go to the bridge and yell loudly that you are Theorosa's child or that you have her child, she will appear and drown you in the river. Edit. I just found this comment again. I went to Theorosas Bridge with a friend about a month ago. This comment is 5 months old at this point. Even went under the bridge and yelled for Theorosa, and nothing happened. Yet. Here in South Texas, mostly a Hispanic thing, we have La Llorona, the crying woman. Same story, except she drowned more than one to keep her boyfriend around who didn't want kids. He ended up leaving her, and she takes children who get too close to rivers at night. There's a guy that rides his bicycle all over my town. People used to say that he had been arrested a bunch for assault and had maybe even murdered someone. I was so afraid of him growing up. As it turns out, he grew up in my town and came back to take care of his sick mother and just sort of lost a couple of screws after she passed. He's an incredibly kind man who does a lot of charity work for the town, but you know how kids talk. I like to think of him as the old man in Home Alone. Just goes to show everyone has a story and aren't always what they seem. There was an abandoned farm near my house. We used to climb on top of the barn and drink at night. It was rumored that it used to be a slaughterhouse for kids. It was dark for many years, and then one day the lights turned on. It turned out that somebody had the balls to finally purchase it, but it freaked us the fuck out. I'd like to imagine someone purchased it for the sole purpose of scaring the shit out of every kid in town. Personally, I'd have installed some loud machinery and run that during the night, but kept the lights off. We have this thing called the Melon Heads, where if you go down to this bridge and get out of your car and do some sort of ritualistic type dance, these people with oblong heads will attack you or something along those lines. Edit. I'm from Michigan. I grew up in a big skiing town on the east coast of the US, and there used to be an official Playboy Clubhouse very near the slopes. For whatever reason, Hugh and the bunnies stopped using it, and the rumor I always heard is that it's haunted now. Haunted by what? Exactly. I have no idea, since nobody died there. We also have a few haunted lake rumors. I think mostly people were just bored and wanted something to talk about. It's haunted by the spirit of unprotected sex, obviously. The ghosts of abortions past. In my hometown, there's a legend that one of our high schools is haunted by a girl who committed suicide in the school. There was reports of green-like ooze dripping from the ceiling and the hallways supposedly covered in fog every day. The hallway has been closed on the fourth floor, that has been closed off for decades. Some hear a girl sobbing near the hallway, some see her waving at them from the balcony, even some see a girl jump off the balcony and see her vanish before she hits the ground. Link for proof. El Paso High School. El Paso High School in Texas is said to be haunted by the ghost of a young girl who took her own life. There's a ghost photograph that, according to the legend, shows a ghost girl appearing in the high school class photo. Where I am from, there is a man known as the Greenman. He was a normal person who endured a traumatizing accident in his youth. Basically, a freak accident melted his face clean off, and the locals called this person Charlie No Face. Eventually he died, but legend has it he still haunts a trail by the railroads, which is where he would do his nighttime walks, away from people that would be too afraid of him during the day. Charlie? Greenman? Sounds like you've been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The Muff Man. You may know him from the Muff Man prophecy movie. He has been sighted many times, collapsed the bridge and more. We even have a statue of him and have an entire festival. In West Virginia folklore, the Muff Man is a creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area from November 15, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first newspaper report was published in the Point Pleasant Register, dated November 16, 1966, titled "Couple See Man-Sized Bird, Creature, Something." The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. The Muff Man was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Barker in 1970 and was later popularized by John Keel in his 1975 book The Muff Man Prophecies, claiming that there were supernatural events related to the sightings and the connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. The Muff Man appears in popular culture. The 2002 film The Muff Man Prophecies starring Richard Gere was based on Keel's book. An annual festival in Point Pleasant is devoted to the Muff Man legend. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video until now. It was an honor for me to present it to you. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and leave a comment about your own experiences. Or if you have any recommendations or tips for me to improve, it would extremely help me out since I'm a relatively new YouTuber and I'm just getting started. All I can do is promise you that I will deliver you the highest quality content I can create and to always keep you entertained. Thank you so much.